Hello everyone, this is Manish and today we are going to read a book by Bimpox. It is Whoever You Are. So let's begin. Here you can see the first photo of Whoever You Are. There is a family photo, it looks like a family. Whoever You Are by Bimpox and illustrated by Lizzie Stowe. Now let's begin. Little one, whoever you are, whoever you are, there are little ones just like you all over the world. You can see the children's surrounding in the earth. Their skin may be different from yours and their home may be different from yours. Their school may be different from yours and their home may be different from yours. Their land may be different from yours. Someone has the hilly land, someone has the flat land, everyone has the different land, Their lives may be different from your and their world may be different from your. They live in different way and you live in different way. But inside their heart are just like yours. Whoever they are, all over the world. Their smile are like yours. Their laugh are just like yours. Their hearts are like yours and their courts are like yours. Whoever they are, all over the world. Little one, when you are older and when you are grown, you may be different and they may be different. Whoever you are, wherever they are in the big wide world. But remember this. You always have to remember this. Joy are the same and love is the same to everyone. Pain is in the same and blood is in the same. Smile are the same and heart are just the same. Wherever they are, wherever we are. All over the world. And that is the Whoever You Are by Mimfox. Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Manish again and I came this time with a new storybook, The Little Refugee, which is written by Andrew and Suzanne and illustrated by Bruce Watley. Although I don't have the physical book, but I do have the virtual one. You can see here, The Little Refugee by Andrew and Suzanne. Here you can see a boy, a little refugee boy, who is smiling. Behind him there is an ocean and sea. You can see here the ocean and sea. The inspiring and multi-awarded winning true story by Australians. Happiest refugee. This is the inspiring story of Australia and the refugee story of Australia. Do you know what refugee is? A refugee is, for example, a person who forced to leave their home country and start to reside in another country, different nation, by taking the citizen of different nation is the refugee one. So let's begin with this story. I was born in a faraway country called Vietnam. It is a crazy place. Strange food, snakes in the bottles, and 5 squares onto the back of the one little motorbike. My mom and dad were very poor, so we lived with mom family. A lot of them. There were 14 people living in a tiny 3-room house. Oh my god, do you even imagine how cozy and noisy it was? 14 people in 3 room. Even though we were poor and the house was crowded, I was happy because there were a lot of people playing with me. You can see people, their friend playing with each other. I don't know, there was a war going on outside our house, in the jungle and in the village of Vietnam. Many people were dying. Lots of them were soldiers, but some were mothers and fathers, and some were even children. Oh my god, this is horrible story. My father and many of my uncles were in the war fighting alongside the Australian and American soldiers. After the war ended, their lives were in a great danger because they were on the long side. My family decided to escape to another country. From now on, we would be refugee. Mm, like I said, the family is escape to another country, leaving their own country and start living to another country. Our family, together with some neighbor and friend, bought an old wooden fishing boat that stank on fish. Very early one morning, when it was still dark, we crept out to our boat. 40 people crammed on board. You can see the picture here. At first, the sun beats down on us, then luckily clouds came and gave up shade. But then the sky turned back and an angry storm arrived. Giant wave crossed down on our little boat. I was terrified, but my mom hugged me tightly and told me everything will be okay, don't worry, it will be okay. His mom said him to everything will be okay when he was terrified. Does your mom also do this to you? Yes. Finally, the storm passed and the sun came out again. Mom and dad stood together looking at all the food and water that have been ruined by the sea. At least we are all still alive, said by mom, but we were hungry and distressed. You can see the picture, there is no water, no food. Just imagine how they were survived there. The next morning we awake to the sound of my uncle shouting, a boat, I can see a boat. A fishing vessel was approaching. It pulled up alongside us and the fisherman jumped on a boat, our boat. Sit down, all of you, the leader shouted, waving the gun. Sit down, all, like this. You can see the picture of the man. This man were pirates. They stole everything we had: ring, bracelet, necklace, even the people's gold teeth. Oh my god, it was so horrible. They didn't have even food and water for drinking. Now the pirates came and stole their all the stuffs, necklace and very valuable things. Now they don't have anything. A pirate grabbed hold of a baby. He lifted up a baby and ripped open his nappy. A tiny slice of gold fell out. The pirate dangled the baby over the side of the boat, threatening to throw him. My father screamed, "We must save the child!" All the scared, hungry people on our boat stood up, ready to fight these pirates to save the baby's life. The pirate changed his mind and tossed the child at his mother's feet. His life was spared. The baby was my brother Cow. As the pirates were leaving, one of them felt sorry for us and threw us a bottle of water. It wasn't much, but it saves our life. There was a kind pirate as well who gave them a water, drinking water to stay alive. The next day, was our fifth day at sea. We saw another boat. Luckily, it was German cargo ship, and we were rescued. Everything will be okay now, said my mom. What a great country, my parents said to each other when we arrived in Australia. Two nuns came to visit and gave us the huge bag full of clothes. They were little boys' clothes and also little girls' clothes. My mom had two little boys, but she was too polite and say anything. The next day, we were walking down the street, and an old lady stopped to say to mom, "What a pretty little daughter you have! Like you?" Mom looked down at my brother Ka and smiled. He was wearing a girl's dress. Look, he is wearing a girl's dress. Soon we found a house to live in and I started going to school. I tried hard to school because I knew that would make my parents happy, but I was really miserable. I couldn't speak English very well, so I didn't understand my teacher. I had different food to other kids and some of them laughed at me. I even looked different because I didn't have to have the right school uniform. Uniform were expensive and my parents couldn't afford to buy the one. Just imagine this boy. He can't speak English. He doesn't understand English. He doesn't have his school uniform. Hmm. Mom and dad started their own sewing business so they could make more money and buy also small things we needed for school. They bought three brand new sewing machines, but then one morning my mom raced into the house yelling, "Where are the machine? We moved the sewing machine." The sewing machine were kept in a shed in our backyard. During the night, someone had stolen them. Mom was really quiet for a few days after that. One afternoon, I heard her sobbing quietly to herself in a bathroom. It made me feel very sad. Everyone feels sad when their moms cried. So I went and hid under my bed. Mom found me and she climbed under there with me. We lay there for a while, you know, and I'm just a little bit sad now, but I'll be okay. You must always have hope that things will be okay. Remember when we were on the boat and that pirates threw us a bottle of water, when things seem really terrible, something good can come it. I nodded my head, but I was doubtful. Mom said, "We are so lucky to be alive and living in the beautiful country. There are many people much worse off than us." Even though it was hard at first, I started to learn English properly. Each afternoon, I would do all my homework lying on the floor among the swing scraps. Slowly, I started to do better at school and began to make a few friends. Look, he have the uniform now, and he learned how to speak English. He learned to understand the English. Slowly, he's been good at school. At the beginning of the year, a new kid started in my class. His name was Angus, and he had curly red hair and blue jacket with patch on one elbow. At morning tea, he was sitting by himself eating a banana. He looked very lonely. I remember how lonely I used to be, so I went over and asked if he wanted to play handball. I played with him again the next day, and the day after that, other boys started to ask if they could join in, and soon we had a great handball competition. He used to be alone, and he feel that, and he gave the company to his new friend Angus. At the end of the year 4, our school had a big prize giving assembly. My parents never came to school function because they were always working, but I begged my mom and dad to take an afternoon off work so they could come and watch this assembly. Throughout the award, I was praying that I would win one so my mom and dad would be proud of me. The school principal reached at the end of her list of awards. I didn't get one. I was so disappointed that I couldn't even look at my parents. They had taken a precious afternoon off work for nothing. That feels disappointing. I wish he had won award. Then the principal said she was going to announce all the class captain for the next year. She read through her list and everyone clapped politely for each of the new captains. Finally, she reached the list of next year, year 5, and the class captain for the blue class is Angel. I couldn't believe the kid who used to have no friend, smelly lawns, had become class captain. As I walked towards the principal to shake hand, I heard a big whoop from the audience. I looked down and saw two people standing on their feet, clapping and cheering loudly. It was mom and dad. How proud moment it was. My eyes filled with tears as I looked my parents' smiling face. I knew I had made them happy. In spite of all danger and hardship they had faced, my mom and dad always told me to have hope and to believe that everything would turn out okay in the end. And they were right, it did. And this is the little refugee, the story about the refugee, the story about the struggle, how their family struggle to survive. They leave their home country and came in the Australia as a refugee. They don't understand English, they don't know how to speak English. Imagine how hard it was for them. They didn't have food and drinking water at one time, but gradually it became a good for them. And every his mom always told everything will be okay, and finally it turned out and everything will be okay, and do great in school as well. This is it. Thank you.